Turn it up. It's The Record Machine with your host, Jimmy Howell.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the band Every Mother's Nightmare, please welcome singer Rick Ruhl to the program. How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I got a new record coming out. Things are good.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations on the documentary. Here's to the Ones. That comes out on Sunday, right? 3:33 Eastern time. How did that whole thing come about? Who set that up?
I was actually Bill Chavis from the label. He wanted to do one, and I was kind of skeptical about them because most of them I've seen are really long, or there's only so much you can look at of in the studio and watching guys be stupid. So, but he promised me if we did a little short one, like 30, 45 minutes long, and just kind of show a little insight on the band and the new band and the recording process and writing process and everything. And man, it came out awesome. I was scared to death of it until I seen it, and I was real happy with it. So I had to punch him in the belly for that.
Let me ask you a question. When you film something like that, even though it's the finished product's a half hour, that's like a few months worth of footage that you filmed, and then you had to go back and pick out the best parts, correct? Right.
Yeah. They would just come in while we were recording and stuff, and half the time you wouldn't even know the guys were there. There was one time they were in the vocal booth with me, so I kind of realized they were there with me that day. But they just kind of come in and shoot little things and leave, and they set up one day, just asked a couple questions and stuff, and then I guess somebody's got to sit through and thumb through all the footage and find stuff that's decent. But
it's got to take as long as pretty much as recording the album, correct? If not longer.
I mean, pretty much. They're like I said, there was days they were there, days they wouldn't be, and I guess they were thumbing through footage from the day before. But I mean, it was pretty much. It took us 9 weeks to record the record, so they were in and out pretty much the whole time I think we were doing it. So,
so the idea of doing like a whole like hour and a half film, you probably wouldn't be up for that, right? It's kind of long.
Well, I've seen a lot of documentaries where you get in there and it just, sometimes they just drag on where they're in the studio and I'm a musician myself, and I get bored with it. I know the regular guy's going to get bored with it.
Now, over the years, I mean, you guys have this is like 11 studio albums, correct?
Somewhere in that, I think we're up to maybe 8 or 9, something like that. I forgot.
Yeah. Now, over the years, have you guys like filmed like, you guys on the road and stuff like that? Do you have like enough footage to just to put together a movie from all the tours that you've done if you wanted to do something like that?
I keep everything, so I've got stockpiles of VHS tapes from 8mm, from you name it, I've got it.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, that's something to think about down the road, right? Maybe you could give those tapes through a director, and they could sift through all the good footage and maybe put together another documentary or rockumentary, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah, go all the way back to when we were young.
Exactly. I mean, that would be pretty cool. I mean, I think that would be something the fans would be totally interested in checking out,
I'm sure Bill Chavis will hit me up on that sooner or later.
Hey, you never know, right? And the new album, Resurrect the Faithful. I love the title of that.
Rockers out there, I think they just I think they got kind of lost, when radio kind of started going down. I think there's still rockers out there. There's still people that come out every time we go play from yesteryear. And, the name hit me one day. It was one of the last songs I recorded, and I was really fighting with it. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks one day. And I said, Resurrect the Faithful. And I went in and started saying it, and it just fit. And, it became the title track of the record. We were calling the record something else before that, and I liked it so much that's what I went with.
Yeah, you were going to originally call it Frey, correct?
Right.
Yeah, because I read that on the in the press kit, and
right.
I thought changing it to what you changed it to, the Resurrect the Faithful, is so much better. You know what I mean? It's just a cool title.
Right.
And the thing I love about this record is it seems like, to me, I think it's your best one you ever did. But
me too. Thank you for that.
And the other thing I wanted to say was, it just seems like not every song sounds the same, if that makes sense. It's almost like there's a little bit of something for everybody on this record.
Right on.
And the other thing I noticed was that you re-recorded the hit song from the 90s, right? Love Can
Right
Make
on.
You Blind. I mean,
I
that's
did.
what made you redo that one.
Well, I tell you what, when I got my first record deal, we had played 13 shows. We had not a clue of what we were doing. And the next thing you know, we're in $100,000, $1 million studio or whatever, recording a record. We didn't know what we were doing. And for a long time, I really, really did not like this song because I played it so much and I had to listen to it. And, in this business, you don't really get to go back and do some stuff like that over. And I just asked the guys in the band while we had some time in the studio. I said, if y'all don't care, I'd like to go back and because we have kind of revamped it a little bit, and all the older songs with the new band, we kind of revamped and worked them into what we're doing now. And I just asked them if it was cool if we just did a version of the way we do Love Can Make You Blind now. And I just wanted to put it out for the fans. I just kind of wanted to put it out for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to do that song got me from living in a 10 by 12 store all unit to getting to tour all over the country and go doing all kind of crazy things, going to the Playboy Mansion and stuff. So I figured it was time to give it its due. And I just wanted to record a really good version of it. And, I let one of the guys at the studio, Matt, who's been a big fan since that song came out, he got to play guitar on it. I let him play a little bit acoustic on it and stuff. And just something I wanted to do. And the guys in the band were, they said, fine, Richard, we'll do it. And basically just for the fans and just for, I just wanted to do a good version of it,
Oh, and I think you did an excellent job on it. I mean, it's great. I've listened to every song on the CD probably, I guess 3 or 4 times since I got it a week or two ago. And man, I love it. And like I said, I believe it's your best one yet. I
do too, man. What I really like about it is it's got a little bit of everybody that's in the band now.
Mm-hmm.
And, I listened to it back and I said, all the things that I liked in music growing up, from Van Halen to Priest to, just everything, you grew up really liking, I just, you can hear parts of that in there, and that's what music is to me. You take the stuff you love, and then you find stuff, and you try to turn some of that into what you do, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. We just kind of grew. Before I even started recording this record, I said I want to do everything different, just a different attack from the drum fills coming into songs to just everything, I just wanted to come at it with a little different angle where it's not rehashing something we did or something like that. And it took a lot of battles and a lot of fights, but I'm really proud of it. I'm proud of the guys for jumping in, and our new drummer Alan Bone, he jumped in right in the middle of it and took control. And I'm really, it's the best thing I've ever written. So I'm proud of it.
Yeah, I heard somewhere that when you write songs that you don't even write the lyrics down. You just kind of say them on the fly. Is that true?
Yeah, I did 9 times out of 10, I go in the studio with, of course, we record them in my studio here at my house, but I don't never lay nothing down, but I've always, I get like a chorus and I'll get pieces here and there. But yeah, I go in the studio and get him to run it a couple of times, and I'll just start, burning through it and piecing ideas that I've got for verses and ideas for this and that. And I don't know, the whole thing. They said, why do you do that? It's always up in the air. And I said, well, it's always in the air until it's in there on the recorder. So, I don't know why I do that. God gave me this real cool gift of songwriting, but he gave me the other gift of dyslexia and not being able to read real good, so or write. So I just have to remember and spit it out when it's time to spit it out.
Well, that's all that matters, right? I mean, you're great at what you do. I saw the movie and I think it's really good, man. I really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you.
And like I said, the CD, it's got 11 tracks on it, plus you re-recorded "Love Can Make You Blind," which I think is phenomenal. Which one is your favorite on the CD?
That's a hard question. I would probably have to say there's a couple on here that are my favorites, but I'm probably the most proudest of Sorry Today and maybe When It Goes Away and Sin in My Heart.
Mm-hmm. Those personal, those songs, they bring back personal memories.
I mean, a lot of this stuff was when we were recording. My guitar player John come out and he goes, "Man, I remember this happening or this happening." And I was like, "Yeah, man, everything that's on this record, you were probably within 10 feet of when it went down." So it's all pretty personal. It's all what we lived, and that's one thing I've always tried to do is, most of the songwriters that I follow and enjoy and love are guys that have been out and lived it. And I feel if you haven't went out and lived it, you can't really write it.
True. That makes total sense, man. The new single, Breathe, the video comes out tomorrow. The video for Breathe comes out tomorrow. Can you talk about that a little bit?
That right there was that was probably the last song that we actually had written. But this new studio that we went into, I've been wanting to work with Dave Cal for a long time, and he had just built a studio not far from my house, and a friend of mine was down there working on it, and he goes, "Those guys want you to come down there," and so I just went down there and sat with them one night, and we were just hanging out, and they said they were listening to stuff and letting me hear stuff, and they turned around and said, "If you do your next record here, it'll sound twice as good and cost twice as less." And I was like, "Really?" So next week I just went in there and we booked a week, and we were almost finished writing Breathe. I think we had a couple of little just pieces we were putting together, but I wanted to try out Dave Call's producer hat, and I wanted to make sure we could work together before I jumped into a new studio. So we just went down there and recorded that, and Breathe came out so good, and it's so different than anything I've ever done. We were almost done recording the song, and I said, "Hey, let's just record the record." And the song came together. His producer hat was right what I needed it to be. I brought him all these pieces. I just needed him to put them in some kind of order, for me. Mm-hmm. And man, I just fell in love with the studio, and I fell in love with that song, and it was just so different. I was kind of, the first time I played it for Troy and Alan in the band, I had it here at my house home studio, and I played it, and I was kind of scared to sing it to them because it's just, for me, it was so much different than anything I've ever done before. But as soon as I got done, they were like, "Yeah, man, let's go. Let's do it." So, that just started the whole record. I just took at it at that angle and just, went at it with wide open, with no, back in the day, you almost had to be preset on a certain sound or a certain this. And I just like, music is music. If it's good, it's good. Mm-hmm. And if it stands on its own, it stands on its own. And, that's just kind of where we took off from there. And just, if it feels like it might have a little Priest in it, well, yeah, I loved Priest growing up, so it might have a little Priest in it, or it might have this or that in it. Mm-hmm. But, that song for me was probably the most difficult for me to show to my band because it was just different for me. But, man, I love it. I'm glad it's, they asked me what I thought should be the first single, and I said, I think it ought to be Breathe, because it's not about getting your breath. It's just about getting life off your shoulder.
No, that makes sense, man. You did a great job on that song too. I could see why you picked that to be the single.
I'm very proud of everything on here we did. There was days where we went 4 or 5. We were doing Sorry Today, and I think we were like 5 days into this one part we couldn't get, and we wasn't talking or nothing. But when it was done, everybody hugged and said, "Yeah, man, yeah." It worked out. So
that's awesome. Any plans to go out on the road and share this great album with everybody? Any live shows coming up?
That's the plan. We've here recently we've started picking up shows because this COVID thing has got everything so screwed up. Mm-hmm. we went out and played with Ron Keel of all people a couple of weeks ago, and that was awesome. You know, that was our first time we played out since this whole COVID thing happened. So,
Nice.
But yeah, we've got a screen. We're going to do a little screening tour where we go out and do we play the record, and then we'll get up and play a little set, and then we're going to play the documentary and do stuff like that. So we're going to do a couple of screening shows all across the country. But yeah, we've got a couple offers to go out and do some big old road shows, and that's really where I like to be. So
that's awesome. I noticed you guys got a lot of cool merchandise. You got a website that you want to promote so people can pre-order the new album and buy some shirts and other merchandise? Yeah,
anything you need to find from us is at emnrocks.com. And that you can pre-order the record there. You can get T-shirts. You can get just about everything there.
Awesome, man. Any final thoughts, Rick, before we go?
Man, I would just like to say, if you hear we're coming to play anywhere near you, just come and check it out. Come with an open mind, and come and leave your troubles at the door, and just let me tell you what kind of shit I've been through for the last year.
I hear you, brother, man. Well, I really appreciate you coming on the show, Rick, and I wish you guys much success with the movie, the album, and anything that comes your way in the future, man.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you. I'm glad you like it, because that was the scariest thing for me. I was kind of going left field, but I'm glad it's that maybe people will take it in. You know.
Awesome, brother. All right, man. Well, you take care, and we'll and stay safe, and hopefully we'll all see you guys out on the road real soon.
All right, brother. Thank you, man.
All right. Take care, man.
You too, brother.
Bye-bye.